shoes. You like the top or you just like to lose. Make a move. Been at the bottom, I got the proof. You gotta choose.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Lone Star State and the very mammoth AT&T Stadium in Arlington, Texas. Today, after a crazy opening weekend, it's on to week 2, and we've got a good one here between the Cincinnati Bengals and the Dallas Cowboys. Two teams here fresh off week 1 victories who can keep it going as we're underway on EA Sports. Fielded right around the 8. And good coverage there on special teams as he'll get him down shy of the 20. Prescott looks to throw right away. He'll get this out wide here to Elliott. Down he goes at the 23, a pickup of 4. Now, this defense for the Bengals, terrific last week in the season-opening victory.
This defense certainly has a lot to be proud of coming off of last week's game, because when you only give up 14 points in a contest, you give your team a great chance to win. The best defense in the league is usually going to average giving up 18, 19 points a game. So to be under that, a terrific achievement.
Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Prescott. A dump off to Elliott. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. A gain of 19 and picking up the first.
Well, he was a busy man out of the backfield a week ago. They got the ball early and often. I have no doubt in my mind that he'll be a big part of the game plan here as well.
First down, Prescott. Back to Elliott, and he's got him again. They find some open field here. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
That turned into a very well-orchestrated play right there. Going to work his way out of the backfield to the right, and after he looked it in, he found plenty of space to roam and picked up big yardage.
A first down throw for Prescott. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away. The Cowboys at 1-0 on the year following the win in Week 1. And they've gotten a pretty good deal from the schedule makers as well. Home dates in Weeks 1 and 2.
And I would believe that they would need to take advantage of that, partner, because as you can imagine, the road dates will pile up later this season. So this is a great opportunity for them to put some early distance on the rest of the division and create a little bit of a cushion for them for later in the year.
And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. Trey Hendrickson showing off his pass rush repertoire that time. They'll need a big play here, will Dak and the Cowboys. After the sack, it's 3rd and long. Now Prescott. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down. And this is good from 57 yards out. That was bombs away right there. And the Cowboys are going to jump out to a 3-0 lead. Well, when they began that opening drive, they didn't have the best field position, but they were able to move the ball enough, Charles, to just get in his range to take the 3-0 advantage.
Absolutely, because considering where they began that series, I think they're pretty happy to be sitting at 3-zip right now.
Burrow going to lead up the Bengals here, 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He'll drop this one down to Mixon. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The catch and run there, good for 16 and a first.
Nice little nifty play for him there. Yeah, that's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backside of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody oh, he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice first down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice pickup on first down. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. They'll stay on the ground. Mixon again. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 47.
Burrow going to fake to Mixon and now look to throw.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. It's picked up by the Cowboys. 20. And this is going to be brought back for a fumble return touchdown by the Cowboys. Brett Maher on for the extra point. He's got it, and now it's a 10-0 lead here in the opening quarter.
So an early 10-0 lead for them now as they kick it away. Bird will not bring this out, and the drive will begin at the 25.
The Bengals drive about to get going. They'll look to get something started. They need to, down 10-0 early as they've got it 1st and 10. To the sideline, and that is a heck of a catch as he was able to get both feet in. A good pickup there, a 22. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Now it's Burrow.
And that's caught one more time by Boyd.
And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Mixon with a first down carry. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
I have to admit, I'm excited by that play call and the end result, because this is a team that's down big early in the first quarter, and a lot of teams will just panic, abandon the playbook, and just start firing the ball all over the place. It's way too early for that. Stick to what works for you.
Down double digits, and we talked about their game plan being both running and passing.
Ball resting on the 10-yard line. It's 2nd and 1. Burrow going to give this to Mixon.
And here he'll get it down to the 7. It's a 3-yard pickup, and that sets up 1st and goal.
Well, that was a unit that understood exactly where the first down marker was, handed it to their guy who could run it, created some space, and he got there.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it.
This goes out wide for Mixon.
And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. Here's Burrow.
Pass thrown right back to Joe Mixon.
And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. This defense hasn't let him in yet. They'll need to stiffen here. 3rd and goal from the 2. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete.
That's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
for it on 4th. He's got it. Touchdown, Bengals. Devin Asiasi, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Bengals' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. Last time out, you remember their drive stalled, but thanks to their kicker, booted a long field goal to at least get them 3. Now here they'll try to do better and find the end zone.
And in our experience, how much fun is it for coaches to know that they've got a kicker who can nail it from long distance? Now the hard part is, as an offensive play caller, you don't want that in your head too much where you're relying on it, and he goes out and gets the job done for them. But I'm quite sure he would be content to just kick extra points from here on out.
Yeah, absolutely no question. I think his teammates would be okay with him just kicking the extra points as well. And some room to work. Ezekiel Elliott going to take it the distance. Touchdown, Cowboys. After the start to his season, he had 2 touchdowns in the opener last week, another one here in week 2.
Well, I don't want to call him a touchdown machine this early, but sometimes you get locked in, and you feel good about things. You get into that zone, and those touchdowns come in bunches. He may be off to that kind of a start.
Like he was shot out of a cannon. I would imagine success this early, great momentum going forward for the rest of the year.
He keeps this up, they'll soon be chanting MVP anytime he touches the ball.
Fields it right around the goal line. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. A strong showing their last time out. They scored the touchdown, but Charles, they looked up and they're still down double digits, so you feel like just to keep pace, this drive probably needs to end in the end zone as well.
Yeah, and I think the best move for them is to not worry about how far they are down on the scoreboard, but to just remember the last drive and how it ended. Go ahead and try and repeat that. Then you can look at the scoreboard and see where this game is.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Off the play fake, here's Burrow. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Burrow. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done. So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10, down at the 31. Mixing up the middle. Look at the spin. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Defensively, he has been a presence in their backfield in the first half. Had a sack earlier, and now he comes up with a big tackle for a loss.
On 2nd and 11 now. Burrow. They'll set up the screen here to Mixon. And he'll be out of bounds, able to get it down to the 25 there. They get 7 there on the screen. It'll set up a 3rd down.
Partner, I like the play call coming right after a tackle for a loss because this is an obvious passing situation, but instead they fooled them a little bit with the screen, and they wound up getting back what they lost and then a little bit more.
Here we go. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
Now Burrow. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away. Well, the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point. And they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
And no mistaking that sound. It reverberated through the whole stadium.
And it's the sound, Brandon, no kicker wants to hear. It looked like he had it on target the whole way, but the upright said,
And a dangerous throw there, incomplete. He threw that into coverage. It was nearly intercepted.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make 2nd down, 2nd and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
Dak dropping this one off for Zeke. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
3rd and short yardage. Prescott steps away to his left. And that is incomplete.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
Running with Elliott. And he brings this up to the 46. Good enough for the first. They're able to... Alive 7 yards that time, and the decision to go for it proves to be a good one. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. They keep on the ground with Elliott.
It's a pretty strong running there as he'll take this across the 50 and down to the 44.
The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the 1st down. Now Prescott.
And that went too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
Nice progress down the field was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
On 2nd down, Prescott again.
And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they did incompletions on 1st and 2nd down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the 1st down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
Here comes the 8th play of the drive, and they need a full 10 yards on 3rd down. Prescott now. It's complete here to T.Y. Hilton.
And he's going to have a 1st down here. They're also in the field goal range at the 28.
On 1st and 10, Prescott. And now this one may draw a penalty. He just blindly threw that one to the sideline. And, yep, indeed, the flag is out.
Yeah, he hadn't gotten far enough away from the pocket to throw that football away, and that draws the flag.
Yeah, the old tackle box, right? Get outside of each tackle and then you can go ahead and throw it away, and you're in good shape. But if you're back there in the pocket, you got to make sure of what you're doing.
Here's Prescott.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by Mike Hilton. And the Bengals are going to take over at their own 28-yard line. They set themselves behind the chains, trying to get it all back in one play, and it backfired.
Didn't it feel like a pitcher working his way into a 3-0 count, right? You're behind. What do your coaches always tell you? Get it back one pitch at a time. In this case, they tried to get it back right away, and it didn't work out.
On 1st and 10, Joe Burrow. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far at 2nd down. Close there. He caught it, just wasn't able to stay in bounds.
And that's where the sideline, it was used as a 12th defender. You know, 11's legal. This one is an imaginary one.
And Burrow going to be hit and taken down. They got him. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. So that'll leave Burrow and the Bengals with a 3rd and long after that sack we just saw. They'll look to throw. He'll air this one out for Boyd. And that's caught inside the 35. And they'll burn the timeout with 5 seconds left. A chance to try to add 3 points before heading to the locker room. Now with 5 seconds left, not really enough time to run another play and then stop it. So on comes the field goal unit.
McPherson's kick is good.
And they're back within a touchdown. It's 17-10.
So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The Bengals with work to do in this 3rd quarter, but they'll get the football first as we are back underway. And he will not bring it out. It's a touchback. The Bengals drive about to get going.
This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the 3rd quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, you know, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
Burrow will throw. Hit as he throws there, incomplete. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part to get them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football and now zapped right back in the other direction. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line. They start on the ground with Elliott. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustments, what they talked about, maybe it was just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But looks like they're ready to go.
It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down.
And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. Looking to throw. Prescott. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
It'll be a 44-yard punt, 6 on the return. And the Bengals take over 1st and 10. The Bengals drive about to get going. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive.
At this point in the game and the situation they're in, partner, these incompletions that we're seeing, they need to turn into positive snaps, and soon.
3rd quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. Now it's Burrow. Over the middle, that's caught by Chase. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. On 3rd down, Burrow. This is caught. It's Boyd. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. And Burrow going to throw again. The pass to Boyd, and he brings it in on the crossing route. Inside handoff to Mixon. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Jaron Kearse in on the tackle.
When you try to create space for your running back, the first thought is how physical is the offensive line. Sometimes it's just positioning. On that play, it didn't matter about positioning or being physical. The defensive front, they out-leveraged them and won the battle.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
Nowadays, quarterbacks don't mind throwing into coverage because of the confidence they have in their receivers to come down with the ball. But sometimes you have to be careful you don't get too confident and throw an interception.
They go play action with Burrow. This is caught. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
A very important third down conversion right there, because when you're trailing and find yourself this deep in enemy territory, the kicker's not even part of your thought process. You got to make it pay off with 6. Nice connection right there to set up 1st and goal.
They'll give it to Mixon, and he is going to lose yardage here. Back at the 5-yard line now, 2nd and goal. Now they go play action now. Burrow. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Leighton Vander Esch. Defenders giving chase, but I don't think they're going to get there. Past the 20. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Cowboy defense has a touchdown. Marr now to add the extra point. And the lead is up to 14. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Bengals drive about to get going. The last time, everything looked pretty good except that final play on the pick 6. And now they've got to come right back out here, Charles, and try to pick up the pieces and get things going again.
Yeah, it certainly seems dire, doesn't it? But there is a silver lining.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off by Malik Hooker. And the Cowboys are going to get the football back as time will run out in this 3rd quarter of play. So it'll be a change of possession on the turnover when we get back. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 15. They'll start the drive with Elliott. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. Got to figure now after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
Give them 5 on the screenplay, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
Boy, that was certainly well-read defensively. And the key to any screenplay is space to work. And there was none to be found there. And they tackle him for just a short gain.
Throwing. Prescott. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by the linebacker, Avery Williamson. And the Cowboys are going to take possession of the football. Maybe a critical mistake at this juncture is now they've got a 1st and 10. To throw is Prescott. He's got his man. It's Gallup. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line. He's trying to protect his quarterback's blind side. Got nabbed for the hold.
You have one job over there. Make sure that man does not get hit. So if you have to hold occasionally, do so, because they don't catch all of them. This time they did.
Give him 5 yards there, and it'll bring up 2nd down. And I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
On 2nd and 15 now. Prescott. And incomplete on the deep ball.
It's another zone defense. It looks like it's open for possibilities, but they did a nice job patrolling the middle of the field and forcing an incompletion.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. Here's Brian Anger now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. The Bengals drive about to get going. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news, but this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner. He's going to go up top again. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
When you're leading in the final quarter, your radar has to be up for any potential deep shots. And probably not the last one they're going to see in this game, not as long as they hold this lead.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. They're passing here. Joe Burrow.
And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. And the Cowboys are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line. And that pretty much has been the storyline, Charles. This defense, they seem to be one step ahead from the start of the game until now.
And you identified it perfectly, and we can see the frustration that's settling in now. And it's probably been there for a long time, but now it's evident because you can see it in their faces, you can see it in their body language, maybe even a little bit in that play call that ended up maybe closing them out.
Right off the bat, it's a 1st down to start the drive, 12 yards. They'll try and run some clock now with Elliott. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine.
Prescott and Lamb hooking up for the Cowboy 1st.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. 10th carry now for Elliott.
And he'll take this down to the 33.
Give him 4 yards on the play, and that will lead us into the 2-minute warning.
Elliott going to get it again on 2nd down.
And not much running room. Down to the 32. 2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a 3rd and about 4 for 1st.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down.
And he's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34. It'll go as a sack, a loss of 3, and in turn, it takes us to a 4th down. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And no, it doesn't get there. Hits the crossbar, bounces back out. He had it on line, but it comes up about a rotation short. Well, he had that one on target. That's half the battle. The other half of the battle, however, is distance.
And he nearly had that, too. But it was the crossbar that said otherwise, and that'll deny him a shot at 3.
The Bengals drive about to get going. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can. And this is intercepted, and that should do it.
Picked up by Trayvon Diggs.
And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Cowboy defense has a touchdown. Marr on for the extra point. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21 points. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
Taking it about the 1.
And they'll be backed up to start this drive as he's taken down right around the 15.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
The Bengals drive about to get going.
Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things.
He's got a man complete.
And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line.
So the big play moves him all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10. Got a man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 14 seconds to go in the game. Now it's Burrow. That's to Chase. He's got it. Touchdown, Cincinnati. Jamar Chase, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Bengals have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And the lead will be cut down to 14. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? And that'll be a free 5 yards for the offense.
Just like a tennis match, that's just an unforced error. Stay alert. Don't jump early and give them free yardage.
And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense, 1st and 10. The Cowboys on their way to victory as they take a knee.
Charles, a very simple mission anytime that you play on your home turf, and that is to defend your home turf. And today, that mission was accomplished.
Look, every offseason, every preseason,